Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 3rd, 2024. I hope everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about a new system down in the Caribbean Sea, which is potential tropical cyclone 18, which is located over the southwestern Caribbean Sea or central Caribbean Sea. We'll take a look at the forecast chart, but here's the satellite imagery right now of the system. Pretty much starting to get its act together a little bit, getting some deep convection around portions of the center of the storm. You can see here, let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here is the 7 p.m. advisory this evening. It's located right in this area here. Remains a tropical storm all the way through 1 p.m. Tuesday. Expected to become a hurricane as it passes the tip of Cuba and then become a tropical storm and head towards Louisiana. It could move far east as Alabama and the Panhandle of Florida. Also, it can move further to the west over towards Texas. Right now, the National Hurricane Center has this big area circle here for possible movement in that direction. But right now, this is the center of the storm position where these here is. Should be by Friday at 1 p.m. That's where the center of the storm should be located at. If this track holds true, but I would not be surprised this track could change possibly some as well. We also have some tropical storm warnings down here around the Jamaica Islands. Also, we have some tropical hurricane watches in effect for portions of the Cayman Islands here. Also, I would not be surprised to see some hurricane warnings issued up here around Cuba as well. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located at latitude 13.0 north, longitude 76.9 west, maximum sustained wind near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the north at 7 miles an hour, classified as a less tropical depression, less than 39 miles per hour at this time. So like I said, it's just a potential tropical cyclone at this time, but it should become tropical storm Rafael. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast. The computer model runs here. You can see here the current position of the storm. Right now, you can see that most of the activity with this storm goes right over western Cuba. Also, it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. Some of the model takes it as far west as Louisiana. Some just kind of meanders and dissipates it over the portions of the central Gulf of Mexico. And also one wants to take it right across the Panhandle of Florida and then move it out into the coastal waters of the southeast United States. So like I said, there's a widespread of model runs here, so we'll continue to monitor this as we get closer to the event. And let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. You can see right now it has about 30 knot winds. They got 35 miles an hour. It becomes a tropical storm. And then as you can see here, it moves up to a category 1, some even to a category 2, even some, what I was talking about last night, could even reach category 3 status. One even shoots it almost to a category 4. But right now, the National Hurricane Center is just going with pretty much a 1 at the time, but would not be surprised to see these numbers increase on up to a category 2, maybe even a cat 3. So I will continue to monitor this and see what happens, and that's the information right now we have on this system. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, the next graph is going to be the tropics here. This is the 7 p.m. update. Here is that potential tropical cyclone 18 down here in the Caribbean Sea. Here is a system here, has a 0% chance of development at this time, but there's another one, one has 0, and then another one should form to this one here in the yellow, should make a 20% chance of development in 7 days, and there is Tropical Cyclone Patty over in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. Alright, now let's move on to the current Watch Award advisory map for you located across the nation. Alrighty, you can see here we got some special weather statements up here around the Boston and Connecticut region. Flash flood watch it also been posted for Nebraska. Nebraska down in the portion of Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. We have some tornado watch there as well, with ongoing tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, and flood advisories in that area as well. Coastal flood advisory along the coastal areas of Texas and Louisiana, and you can see a little bit of tropical storm warnings already popping up down here in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, right along Cuba coast there as well. We got a lot of winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings for portions of New Mexico, Arizona, portions of Colorado, also Utah, Montana, also Idaho, and also Washington State. We have some blizzard warnings also in the red up there as well. Winter storm watches also in portion of Montana. Wind advisories over portion of Nevada, California region, and we have small craft advisories and storm warnings from portions and gale warnings as well, stretching from Washington State, Southern California, then along the Gulf Coast, stretching from southeast Texas to the Big Bend area of Florida, then from the Florida Keys all the way up to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Alright, the Hawaiian Chain Island got some high surf advisories and also some flood watches along South Islands as well. Freezing spray warnings northern portions of Alaska, also storm warnings to the southwest, and winter storm warning, winter weather advisory inland on Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview. Alright, you can see here is the overview page. You can see there's that marginal risk, slight risk, and there's that tornado watch box in portions of Texas and Oklahoma. And also you can see the showers and storms scattered across the nation as well, up towards Michigan, also towards portion of Wisconsin. More activity across the Dakota, scattered activity in the four cornered region as well. Alright, the convective outlook, you can see that the marginal risk, slight risk, enhanced risk in that area there. Current watches, also Oklahoma, portion Texas. MDS discussion, talking about the current watches over Texas and Oklahoma. Storm reports that came in this afternoon. We had one tornado report that was over Oklahoma. Damaging winds, we had 8 of them. Portions of Nebraska, portions of Kansas, also in the portions of Oklahoma and North Texas. Total number 9, but I would not be surprised to see these numbers increase. Fire weather, you can see we got elevated risk of fire weather danger over here in portions of southwestern California. Alright, here's a look at the outlook for your Monday. As you can see, this is day 2 outlook. We got general thunderstorm from Marquette, Michigan, all the way down to Brownville, Texas. Here is a marginal risk from Piero, Illinois, stretching all the way down to Houston, Texas, and San Antonio. Also from Oklahoma City to Fort Steele, down to Waco, Austin, also toward Jefferson City. Slight risk. Tulsa down to just northeast of Dallas. Surrounding area, we have an enhanced risk for severe weather. The tornado probability, the highest probabilities over portion of Texas and eastern Oklahoma. That's where the significant tornadoes for EF2 or greater. This includes McGeek, Oklahoma, Sherman, Texas, Paris, Texas, Greenville, Texas, and Denton, Texas. And then we have a 5% to Brown, and then a 2% in from Austin all the way up to Hannibal, Missouri. Alright, take a look at the damaging winds. You can see we have 30% here. This includes Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Springdale, Arkansas, and Joplin, Missouri. And then we have a 5 and 15% from Jefferson City down to Austin, 5% from Pierre down to portion of Houston and San Antonio. Alright, let's move on to the large hail. As you can see, we have a 5 and 15% area, 15% stretching from Waco to Oklahoma City. Also Fort Steele, Wichita, Dallas, and Waco area, and then 5% surrounding that area from San Antonio, just southeast of Garden City, portion of Kansas. Alright, and also Wichita, Kansas as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. Enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. And have a great Sunday evening, folks. Take care.